Love can blossom between the unlikeliest of couples, even a lawyer and an undead student. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 silent justice threads. For this list, we're looking at 10 moments where the chip created between two bored Tumblr users led to some great stories and unusual shenanigans. There will be some mature content and spoilers for all of Apollo Justice's games and the rejected plot of Danganronpa Return to Despair Academy. So this is your mature content and spoiler warning. Number 10, Shizuka's first case. One of the few times one of the original shippers wasn't involved on the list. Shizuka has passed the bar exam and is defending her grandmother in her first court case. With Apollo providing co-counsel and moral support, Shizuka fights tooth and nail to defend her grandmother. This thread is much liked by Shizuka's mom, and it is slated to be adapted into an audio drama later this year. Number 9, You Make Me Feel Safe. In this darker thread, Apollo finds out that Shizuka was badly injured in another courtroom bombing. She makes a slow recovery with Apollo's support and bedside manner, eventually confessing to the attorney that he is the only one who makes her feel safe. This is a bittersweet thread that shows them at their most vulnerable. Number 8, Take Me With You. Spoilers for Spirit of Justice on this one! Are they gone? Okay, so when Apollo returns from Kurain to visit everyone, he reunites with his old flame. Turns out she's finally passed the bar exam and with the help of both agencies, got her working visa so she can join Apollo at his new practice. The two share a long-awaited kiss before making their way to the Write Anything agency to tell everyone the news. This is a sweet thread that shows a sweet reunion and allows them to start a new life together in Kurain. Number 7, The Birth of Angel. There have been a lot of threads dabbling with the idea of Apollo and Shizuka being parents, but for this spot, we're going with the original where they didn't even know to begin with. When they're suddenly blessed with a daughter, they discuss whether or not they can handle it. With their minds made up, they take their angel home. This is a very sweet thread showing what the couple are prepared to do, and also has a really beautiful confession from Apollo. Aww. Number 6, The Prosecutor threads. A lot of fans dabble with the idea of Apollo working on the other side of the courthouse, and this is exactly what happens in these two threads. When Apollo becomes a prosecutor and Shizuka earns her attorney's badge, she's forced to push her feelings aside and fight him in the court. And at the same time, she desperately wants him back. But how do you save someone who doesn't want to be saved? These are some of the few threads that don't end happily, as in the first one, they don't get back together because the magic is gone, and in another, Shizuka is shot and killed when stealing evidence that could help Apollo's case. Number 5, An Alternate Beginning. In a universe where Apollo meets Shizuka after the events of Turnabout Experiment, the lawyer meets the insecure intern when she arrives at the office apologizing for being late. While working together and getting to know each other, they discover that they're trapped in the office and have to spend the night there during a storm. With Apollo having to comfort Shizuka during the storm as she was struck by lightning as a child, and Shizuka having to support Apollo when he panics during a blackout due to his time at the orphanage. The two form a tight friendship that would eventually evolve into much more. Number 4, Turnabout Experiment. In the case that started it all, Apollo is asked to defend a high school student accused of murdering the super high school level mad scientist Izaya Imamura, who was responsible for bringing her back to life. While investigating, Apollo discovers that during her time in the labs, Shizuka was subjected to all 4 forms of abuse, and he becomes more determined than ever to defend his client. Needless to say, he succeeds and invites his young client to become an intern at the agency in hope of boosting her confidence. The rest is history. Number 3, Losing Angel. In the darkest thread on our list, nothing goes right for our couple. Just as Apollo finds out he's going to be a father, he is shot and killed. Shizuka uses her former captor's research to bring him back, only to discover that he's lost his memories and thinks Shizuka is his kidnapper. Yikes! Things only go from bad to worse as the agency tries to reason with Apollo, only for him to panic and attack Shizuka.
Help! Someone call an ambulance!
When he finally regains his memories, he makes his way back to the hospital to discover that Shizuka lost Angel. This story was so chilling it scarred both shippers to the point where Apollo thinks about it in alternate timelines. Number 2, Fall of the Turnabout. In this alternate timeline where Shizuka is around during the events of Dual Destinies, she confronts Apollo at the crumbling courtroom and tries to convince him to come back to the agency. However, it devolves into a fistfight similar to that of the 2 Pikachu in the first Pokemon movie. Apollo tells Shizuka to go home after refusing to fight back, only for the floors to crumble beneath them, leading to the most iconic image of the couple. Before we RP our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You'll be fine!
Number 1, the thread that started it all. Taking the top spot is the thread that started the ship. When Apollo can't get over the fact that he blamed Athena for Clay's death, he makes an attempt on his own life. Shizuka, who attempted to surprise him with Chinese food, discovers him in the nick of time to remove the bullet and stitch the wound up. It's a bit messy, but hey, now we match. When he comes to, Apollo tries to explain what happened and, well, let's just let the scene play out.
It's no real important reason. I was still feeling guilty about what I did to Athena. I know she's alright, but still, I could have sent her to jail or worse. But I'm fine now. No need to worry about me.
No, it's not fine! Do you have any idea what you almost did? How the hell are you meant to atone for what you did to your friend if you're dead? In case you've forgotten, I've died before, and trust me, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Apollo, if it wasn't for you, I never would have realized how important being alive is. I get it. I've murdered someone, and that's unforgivable. But that doesn't mean I can't make amends in one form or another. I mean, thanks to you, Phoenix gave me the internship here, and now I can show others not to make the same mistakes I did. But that's not the point. If it really is nothing, then you realize you would have left us for no legitimate reason. We never would have seen you again. Not Phoenix, not Athena, not Trucy, not the Fays, and not me. Don't you get it, Apollo? I love you.
I'm sorry. You're right. There's just been a lot going on in my life. I actually only just mentioned just one of the little things that made me want to do this. I think I may feel the same way about you. I mean, not even Athena's widget heard me. Or at least she never pointed it out.
And with that, the joke ship became an OTP. Do you agree with our list? What crack ship did you start shipping for real? For more top 10 lists that come out whenever we feel like it, stay tuned to NotMojo.com.